Great. Hi, my name is Rikin Gandhi. I'm co-founder of Digital Green. It's great to be here with you today. I'll start with how I got here. Well, actually, I never sought to be here. Growing up, I was inspired by astronauts who brought together the right stuff of brains and brawn, and I wanted to follow in their footsteps by putting together my own astronaut playbook. But before I got very far in getting up there, life took a different course. And like many of those astronauts who had the chance to see the Earth from above, I sought to see the world from a new perspective and wanted to see how I could reconnect with the world and its people. I landed up with a very different sort of hero in rural India, where India's 1.3 billion population, 60% of them are in rural India and contribute to agriculture and are the major source of the reason why India represents the second highest farm output in the world. At the same time, these smallholder farmers who cultivate from half acre to 2 acres worth of land are earning just $1 to $2 a day. The government of India and governments around the world, including here in the US, have set up agricultural extension programs that go around to farmers and train them on improved practices and technologies by in-person training sessions and taking farmers from one farmer's field to the next. But even in countries like India, with over 100,000 of these extension workers going around to meet farmers, or in Ethiopia, 60,000, it still is a daunting challenge. Farms are remote and terrains are difficult to navigate. This huge population of farmers is diverse and hard to connect with. The government of India's own surveys have found that less than 2% of farmers actually use these extension services for themselves, while these extension agents who are going around to train farmers are toiling in the sun. At Digital Green, we partner with these government extension providers who are training farmers on improved agricultural practices that boost farm productivity and nutrition practices that increase farmers' health in their households. And we train them to produce short videos that are by farmers, for farmers, and feature local individuals as their stars, because farmers' first questions about these videos is not about the economics of the practice contained in it, but rather, what's the name of the farmer in the video and which village is he or she from? Some farmers even compete to appear in these videos just so that they can be seen as a role model within their respective communities. These videos are screened offline using mobile battery-operated projectors by the very same extension workers at the village level amongst small groups of farmers who meet every 2 weeks and watch a program that is in sync with the cropping season, and where they collect data about which farmers watch what video, what questions they expressed, and what practices did they ultimately apply and adopt on their farms or in their households. This data and this feedback then informs and targets the production of the next set of videos. Over the last 11 years, we've scaled this approach across 9 countries in South Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa to engage more than 1.5 million farmers, 80% of whom are women. And we found that this approach can reduce the cost that it takes the governments of these countries in which we work to reach one farmer from $35 down to $3.50, a 10x improvement. Now, increasing access to information and boosting farm productivity and nutrition creates a significant impact in the lives of these farmers. But for a farmer like Sunita Didi here in the state of Bihar in India, also has the challenge of how do I access a local market? And what we've created is a service, a carpool service, where she can use her mobile phone to request pickups for her perishable vegetable produce. We aggregate the demand for multiple farmers like Sunita against a roster of nearby transporters of varying carrying capacity to route their pickups and take that produce to nearby wholesale markets and pay these farmers back on the same day via mobile money. And for a woman who is taking care of her child and also culturally has trouble even getting to the marketplace, in addition to just the fact that a perishable produce will perish without the availability of local cold storage and transportation, this gives her a way to increase her production and be able to realize greater income in her pocket. We found that the combined impact of our access to information using videos produced by farmers for farmers, together with this transport logistics service, can increase the incomes of these farmers by 35%. And we're now in the process of spinning out this program into a commercial venture. Technology ultimately isn't going to close the so-called digital divide. We found success by partnering by civil society organizations, government organizations, and the private sector to be able to take the work that they're already doing and be able to amplify its effectiveness and broaden the participation of the communities that they work with. That's when a farmer using a mobile app to access transportation or watching a video program can take their one small step toward improving their lives and those around them. Thank you.